Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
On first down, Kilgore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Williams throw there into the hands of Ross. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there. Didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Back to throw. Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And he is going to have a Saints first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, got the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him from...
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. This is up and good from Pinheiro. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Williams. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
On 2nd and 7, Cook. Off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Saints, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Oh.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll run on 1st down. Kilgore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Williams to throw on 2nd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20.
Hey, dude, what the
Nice
fuck,
job
man?
on the return there. 16
Where's the
yards.
fucking kick, you
And
asshole?
Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Damn.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here. You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field, but he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down
You have to
coming
fucking
up.
throw that nigga down like that, you fuckface.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Cohen, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Dillon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Cook. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run here with Dillon. And he will fire into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Williams loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. Look at the big man rumble. Is that it? And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Right back to him on first down. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Williams looking to throw on second down. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
A.J. Dillon
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On second down now, Kilgore. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Williams to throw on second down. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, Kilgore. And some room to work. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Throwing, Cook. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
No, sir.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Cook. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Williams. He's able to find Wallace. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Williams now on third down. Got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This is up and good from Pinheiro. The way up now, a flag is down. And this is on the defense. They're going to get the first. So that one will... accepted. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Williams. Now the pressure gets there and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Williams. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Back to throw. Williams. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
It's saying that
Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, now this from 43. And his kick is indeed good. do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Mac Jones, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Jordan Love, terrific in the victory, as his guys get to 10 wins and run their mark to 10-3. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
First down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Cook. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back to throw. Cook. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Hands it off out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. Cook. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, Dillon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Dillon. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this off. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on 1st down. Kilgore, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
118 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6.
What the fuck? Hopefully this turns out.
They'll try the left side. Atkinson.
I ain't do, hey, Rap, I ain't do shit. I'm on the bench. I'm on the bench, nigga. I ain't do shit. Wasn't me. The fuck were you doing, asshole?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
Right?
It's too bad, isn't
the fuck
it?
wrong with
pretty
you?
good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Cook. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched?
That's so sweet of you, man. Oh,
He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Cook. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Yeah!
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On 2nd down now, Atkinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right
What the fuck did you hit? He's on your team, stupid. The fuck is
to get him rolling on the ground in the first half.
Play too much.
Continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They don't know like that. God damn.
On 1st down, Dillon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs,
Herbert waiting in the quarter,
and making it work.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's do this.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's the big man Dillon with it. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Why are you kicking that nigga, bro? This nigga kicking
Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes we'll take a break.
Fucked up, man. I need to kick him right there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
Go for it, go for it.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down to the
Got it!
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's down inside the 10
You always
to the
get
8.
fucked up, dude. I'm not surprised when you get fucking injured.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Dillon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Idiots.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Well, easy, bitch.
No gain on the play. What to do now on 4th and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them. But we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now Williams on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Atkinson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to have the Falcons 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 3rd down, Atkinson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Williams. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards to pick up there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They'll look to throw again. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing right around the midfield stripe. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This is taken at about the 14. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Game over.
On the final play, they get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand.
Fuck y'all niggas.
Entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Falcons, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.